Hi, so this is part two of my vlogging for today. Right, just want to fill you in because I actually just want to kind of physically say, out loud, God, this is a top I'm wearing underneath my jumper. It's not my bra. My bra, okay, fair enough, doesn't fit me, but anyway. Um, if I say it all out loud, I think I might feel better about it, and that's why I wanted to use vlogging. I also want to keep people in the loop if they give a toss, and if not, it's just out there, and I feel less bad about not telling people in my family. And you know, I've finally opened up to my mum about the state of myself, and she knows that I'm being treated for depression again, and she knows that I went to see a urologist yesterday. Um, the gist of my bladder problem that I waited months to tell my doctor about, even though I'm a health professional, and I've just proved to be a waste of space. The problem I have is that I can't relax. I hate using the proper word. I can't relax my sphincter in order to pass water. So I've been using all my stomach and my back muscles, and it was only when my back muscles really started feeling they were getting tired and overworked, and my back was hurting more than normal, did I bother going to see the doctor. So he referred me um, to see a urologist, and he wrote that I have a history of spine problems and spine surgery, and I'm a bit concerned, blah blah blah, and all that jazz. And I was seen in 3 weeks. I was given an appointment in 6 weeks, and then they rang me up and said, "Oh look, we've read your referral, and because of your history of back problems, we want to see you quicker." So I saw a delightful man yesterday called Dr. Burgess, and had an exam, had an interview. I also saw his medical student, who goes to UEA, who goes to my university. I wasn't aware of her existence. She was very, very nice. I just thought, you know what? I feel so bad for people who are on rotations in people count in departments that people count as embarrassing departments. I have a friend called Mike who's been in obs and gynae since before Christmas. I saw him Sunday before last, and he'd been there for nearly 3 months, and he hadn't even observed a single pelvic exam because people just don't consent to having a male fourth year medical student. The reality is, at the end of next year, he's going to be a qualified doctor, and he spent 3 months on placement unable to do and watch anything. So, I really do feel it's important if you go to a teaching hospital to allow teaching to take place. So, not only did I let her interview me, I did let her observe my rectal, which was revolting and disgusting. I've had a suppository put in by someone else before, after my operation, but I was suitably unconscious for me to not give a toss. This was very different. Anyway, we're not going into details about that. That was rank. But they couldn't appreciate any lumps or anything that would explain my problems urinating. The doctor said he doesn't think it's called equina, which is fantastic, but he does still need to do all the tests in order to rule it out. Saying that, he said that whatever it is, it'll be unusual for a 22-year-old. So, yeah, that's nice and reassuring. Yeah, so I've got to have an MRI of my spine to check if there's any new nerve compression, if there's any clear evidence of nerve compression. So I'm just going to have a mouthful of my coffee. I've got to have an ultrasound of my bladder to check emptying, and I don't see how, but to check tone as well. And then I've got to have this revolting sounding procedure, the urinary pressure test, where they put a catheter in, they pump up your bladder to full capacity, measure the pressure that your bladder can tolerate, and then they ask you to urinate, and as they do, they then measure the changes in pressure to see whether it's a sphincter problem or a bladder muscle problem. But all the time, they're kind of measuring the pressure from inside and outside, so you have to have something stuck up your arse as well. So, sounds all highly revolting, to be honest, but I really need to get it sorted out. And if it's a nerve problem, then no, it wouldn't surprise me. But it's all a bit of shit really that I don't need in my final year of my degree, to be going off and having all these tests done. The department at UEA has been fantastic actually. I just said to them, I can't guarantee that I can type every day, and I can't guarantee that if I've been in the lab for any length of time during the day, I can't come home and do more work on top of that. I do come home, heat up my hot sack, lie on it, and feel very sorry for myself and cry for a bit. It's not a very practical evening, and I watch lots of telly, but I can't sit up with notes on one side, typing on the other. Occasionally I will go on Facebook chat on my mobile phone so I can still lie down and just kind of text, but I'm rarely, typing for hours and hours on end on the computer. If I'm talking to you on Twitter or Facebook, it'll be because I'm actually on my phone. Which has been a marvellous thing. My BlackBerry is just amazing, and I don't know how I would survive without it now, to be honest. I've had one now for nearly a year, 2 different phones, and yeah, they're just fantastic. The amount of stuff I can do from bed, even checking emails, writing emails, just means I don't have to sit at the computer, and it's absolutely fantastic. But it also does mean that because of my difficulties in using my computer at times, when I'm not just lying on my side watching YouTube videos, does mean that I've handwritten quite a lot of stuff in pencil, because I can do that lying down. Excuse me. So I've almost given myself more work to do, because by the time I've written an essay, it only needs typing. And I do have Dragon Naturally Speaking, voice recognition software, so I do use that. But then sometimes the stress involved when it gets words wrong or doesn't put punctuation in, or especially when I'm writing scientific documents, coursework or whatever, that has words that it wouldn't know, and I can't hold it against it, and I end up spelling individual words. Sometimes I think, oh, for fuck's sake, it would have been quicker, regardless of how painful it is, it would have been quicker to bloody type it. So I prefer to use Dragon Naturally Speaking for sending emails and stuff like that, because I know that it doesn't matter if it gets it wrong, because people will either be able to guess what I mean, or it'll be easily correctable. Whereas on essays, I don't want to type it all up, type it in inverted commas, with Dragon Naturally Speaking, and then have to go through and do the whole thing again, changing spellings, changing word orders, that kind of thing, if it doesn't quite work. So my mum came to visit this week. So I've told you about the urologist. My mum came to visit this week, yeah. And I made a real effort for her. I wore a dress and everything. I did my makeup really... I spent ages on it. I'm not going to say I did my makeup really well, because that sounds really cocky. But I've been watching Goss Makeup Artist, and obviously my Sandy. And I did what I can only describe as a kick-ass smoky eye effect. I was so impressed. I did my liquid liner perfectly. I did my white on the inside of my eye, on my waterline, to open up my eyes and make my eyes look less red, and so I look less tired. I decided not to do bottom lash mascara, because my lashes are quite long on the bottom actually, so if I put mascara on it, it looks like I've smudged it underneath. So I did whole level white, then brown over the brow bone, a lighter shimmery brown across the lid, and dark on the crease and the V, just on the outside, and then a little bit of white shimmer on the tear duct and a little underneath my brow bone. So I was very impressed, and you guys are great teachers, and I really, really appreciate it, because that was the first thing my mum said when she walked through. She said, "Oh my goodness, you're skinny and your eye makeup looks awesome." So of not bad responses to have. My flatmate keeps going on about how I need to put on some weight now, because I've got a bit skinny for me, and my mum just couldn't stop telling me how jealous she was. So yeah, not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing about that now. And the only thing I have to share with you that I'm going to finish this video off with is my reaction this week to my Butrans patches, because it's fantastic. So if you don't want to see my thigh, you can just press stop now. If you do, oh, this is a corker. It's absolutely brilliant. Right. This is the joys of an allergic reaction to butrans. And it's not even contact dermatitis. I don't even think that's going to respond to steroid. That is just blood leaking, and it's a massive, massive bruise. So when I go out in my mini skirt this week, when I go out dancing and getting pissed, because that's what all young people do. Yeah, could you tell I'm not going to be doing that? Yeah, that'll be a nice little sexy addition to my outfit. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. I hope everyone's got their packages that I've sent them in the last couple of weeks. And thank you for being so wonderful and for offering me so much support. And I thought I would do a everything's fine, a happy, upbeat vlog. Not because I need to lie to people, but because I think positive attitude and at least pretending to be positive on the outside is contagious. And if people react to you in a positive manner, that will make you feel better, even if you can't make yourself feel better inside. Anyway, I'm going to stop wittering. I'm going to change my antidepressants and get some better ones. I've decided. And this is the highlight of my day today. My friend bought me some, oh, you can't tell, it's too shiny, some yogurt covered banana slices. What more could a girl want? So I will speak to you all soon. Possibly not vlog for a while. I need to get my head together. But I was happy to share some news with you. And I'll be messaging you soon. Specifically sending love to Sandy, of course, and to my Tremia. So I'll speak to you soon, okay? And if you want a big discussion on God again, I'm well up for that. Love chatting about my Jeebus. He's wonderful. So I guess I really should finish with a blessed be, God bless. Okay, love you all. Bye.